Hello, everyone. Welcome to our today's session dedicated to the math matter. My name is Leila. I'm a senior student of biological sciences and a peer advisor at Academic Advising Office. And today I'm going to moderate this session. So it's Saturday. I hope you all slept well, and please make yourself comfortable, get some coffee. We are about to start. I hope it will be an interesting and informative session for all of you. So let me introduce our first guest. It's Alua. Alua is a senior math student with an interesting academic and extracurricular experience. Alua was also a team member and an ex-president of SIAM Club. So today she will share her experience with us. Hi, Alua. Thanks for joining us. Word is yours.
So hello everyone. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, good. So, let me then just start my presentation. So again, hello for everyone. Thank you for coming and inviting me. So today I'm going to talk about our major, right? Our math major, and about my experience. And let me just first of all show you the outline of today's presentation. So first of all, yes, I will introduce myself, and after I will be talking about possible job titles. And next, I will be talking about useful math courses and the math electives to take. And in the end, I will try to give my advice to you. Let's talk about me. My name is Alua. I am senior math student. And this year, I was chosen by Professor Wade to be representative of math program in our university. One more thing to add is that I am ex-SIAM president. So if you don't know what SIAM is, just stay tuned because the speaker next to me, after me, will explain what SIAM is. And currently I'm working as a research assistant, and it might sound a little strange, but I'm actually doing research in about diffusion reaction problems in chemical engineering, right? But even though it is a chemical engineering, but there are a lot of math to do. So I'm working on it, and I am also ISIC alumna. Okay, so to be honest, I don't want to go too deep into the possible job titles, right, with people with degree in applied math, because in a few weeks, SIAM will organize event about it. But here, I just want to emphasize that don't think that after like majoring in math, you will only be able to be, for example, math tutor or professor. As you can see in this list, there are a variety of choices to do, starting, for example, from finance, ending with statistician, risk analyst, and the other professions. So this is actually a very short list, but there are a lot of options. And however, one more thing to add is that don't think that after, for example, completing just a master's degree, you will be able to do anything, because it is not true. In order to go to the different fields, you just have to take different math courses and electives. So let's now talk about them. So now I'm going to talk more about the useful math courses I have ever taken in this university. So if you look at this list, you will probably see that most of our courses are core courses, right? So I didn't just include Calc 1 and Calc 2 and the abstract algebra because I found them a little useless, but these ones were very helpful for me in taking like other math electives. So these ones are fundamental, right? Fundamental math courses that everyone should take, and you will see them quite often. So I just want to highlight three of the courses that I liked the most. It's discrete math, linear algebra, and the probability. So let's talk about discrete math. So mostly you can just Google the usage of discrete math, and you will find out that it is commonly used, for example, in computer science. But in our university, unfortunately, like math program do not provide any courses related to proofs. Yes, so if you look at the math programs of different universities, you will see that they have special courses dedicated to only proving techniques in math. However, we don't have it, right? So you just have to know these proving techniques because it will be very helpful to you to do well on real analysis course. However, all these proving techniques are covered in discrete math class, so try to pay more attention on it. Linear algebra, again, the most useful one, you will see them quite often again. And probability, the last one is probability. Without knowledge in probability, you will not be able to do well on math statistics and also in other courses, such as, for example, stochastic processes or stochastic calculus. So let's then talk about useful math electives to take. So I just shortly divided the fields just into 3 different categories, such as financial math, actuarial science, right? The second is data science, statistics, and machine learning. The third one is computational math and the math engineering. So in order to go to the 3 different fields, you just have to take some like math electives, right? And for example, if you are planning to go to the financial math and the actuarial science, I highly recommend you taking these 5 courses. So the first 3, actuarial math 1 and 2, and the math finance. So this course content, if I'm not mistaken, are based on the some international finance and actuarial exams. And after taking this course, you will definitely be able to take these exams and after in the end to start working. And if you want to, for example, continue studying math and masters, you particularly want to study financial math, then I highly recommend you taking the stochastic process and stochastic calculus classes. Because in master's degree, most of you will definitely learn some courses like stochastic differential equations. And knowing the stochastic process, stochastic calculus will be very, very helpful because you most of the time just learn some random things, right, which are covered in these courses. So next one, it is data science, statistics, and machine learning. So I highly recommend you taking more computer science courses, but there are some like great math courses to take. It's also regression analysis, statistical learning, introduction to statistical programming, and the design of experiments. So let me add a few information about these courses. So statistical learning, as you can look at the code of this course, it starts from 500. So it just means that it is not a course for undergraduate students, it is a course for master's program. But this year, it was the first time when they provide this course for undergraduate students as a special topic in math. And if they will keep doing it in next semester, so just take it, because in this course you will get the main idea about the difference between machine learning and statistics, and it will be mostly helpful for you. And the other 2 courses, introduction to statistical program and design of experiments, they are also useful, but unfortunately they are provided like every 2 years. So if you have a chance to take it, then just take this opportunity. And the last, it is computational math and the math engineering. So I'm doing research in chemical engineering, right? So in order to solve, for example, different equations, all these equations are actually differential equations. And they are not just differential, they are nonlinear and hard to solve. And in order to solve these problems, you just don't use, for example, special formulas or something like that. No, you just have to solve them numerically by using other techniques. And all these techniques are covered in these 4 courses. So it is nonlinear differential equations, numerical methods for partial differential equations, applied finite element methods, and the Fourier analysis. So it is like my just advice for you. And now let's talk about the last pages of our today's presentation. I want to just give you some advice about what to do in each of your year at Nazarbayev University. So most of you, as I know, the first year students, and I highly recommend you to, in your first year, learn how to be more organized, right? So try to learn more about for example, time management techniques, right? Because most of you will find actually the first year the hardest one, as I did, but just try to pay more attention to your studies, right? And also in first year, I highly recommend you joining to like a different university clubs. For example, it was a time when I joined, for example, ISEC and the SIAM, and it was like great times, and I made a lot of friends here. So that's why I'm so grateful. In your second year of studies, so in first year you just learned more about time management, right? About like studying techniques, and then second year just start using them, right? Here you just need to start paying more attention to math, because real math starts here. So the like Calc 1 and Calc 2, it's not actually math, right? The other courses are real ones. So just study, and study. And as a third year, so I'm kind of wasted this year, so I just want to say a few things. So don't try to waste this year, because it will be a great chance for you to take some different math electives, right? And you just can, for example, start talking to like your math professors, because these people are the ones who will write your recommendation letters if you're planning to go to masters. And it is also a great time for you to start preparing for GRE, IELTS, or GMAT exams. And mostly try to take these exams before your fourth year, right, in the summer. And it is also a great year for you to anything else which will strengthen your CV, like, for example, by doing some research or internships, right? But you have also one more chance to do this. It is your summer after completing third year. So it is again the perfect time to do research if you're planning to do masters, or internship if you're planning to just start working. So then that's all. That's all my presentation. Thank you for your attention. So do you have any questions?
Thank you, Alua. Yes, guys, now it's time to ask you questions if you have any. Yeah, I see your hand. Adela, please.
Hello, thank you for your presentation. And I'd like to ask for your advice. What do you think? What is the best time to apply for internships?
So ideally, it is second year. Yes. So most of, for example, students even start after the first year of your studies. You can apply also after second year, but the last chance for you is actually after your third year. So, and mostly after your third year, like completing your studies, the more companies will take you more serious. And yes, it is just, for me, it was a perfect time.
Thank you.
Other questions to Alua? Yeah, I see here a couple as well. Janslu, please.
Hello. I have a question. My question is there a limit, some kind of limits concerning internship programs? I mean, can we attend internship programs after first year bachelor's, or and also after second year?
Yes, actually, yes, you can, right? It mostly depends on your skills. And I have few friends who did like internship after even the first year of studies. And the next speaker after me also will talk more about it.
Thank you.
Derika, please.
Hello, thank you for presentation. My question is, to become a financial analytic, what is more important, mathematics or economic?
So again, it depends, I think, on what you want to do. So if we are talking particularly about financial maths, right? then math is more important. But so if you want to do some things like, for example, accounting, right? So then I think more economics.
Thank you.
And we have a question from Akirke.
Yes, I would like to ask, can we see the presentation somewhere? Will you upload it somewhere? Because I got here late and I kind of missed the part when you were talking about
The
topics.
our today's meeting is recorded. We'll post it on our YouTube channel, and you AAO, you can watch and rewatch that later.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And also I had one private message. It said, did you know math well before applying to math major? So to be honest, no. So I was good at school, yes. So most of the time I was just studying for grades. And when I came to this university, I was also directly admitted. I just found the math a little hard for me, but if you start paying more attention and listening to professors, attending the lectures, after it becomes easier and easier actually.
I have also a question regarding math curriculum course. You said that our program actually lacks the course about proving techniques, yeah? And are you aware, is this course developing, or they will not include it to our math program?
So I've been thinking about writing a message to Professor Lee talking about the proving techniques, but most of the proving techniques are actually covered in discrete math courses, so they have a special in syllabus it is included. So I think maybe they will say that it is not necessary because we cover them in discrete math courses, but I just highly recommend you paying more attention to it, and maybe to start enjoying proving of theorems, because it really helped me to do well on real analysis course.
And do you know, are there any courses like on Coursera, on somewhere online on proving techniques, so the students could take it additionally into their curriculum?
So no, I mostly just listen to my professors, and luckily for me, I take this course from Professor Lee, and he was really good at explaining everything.
Nice. Okay, we have another question from Adela. Adela?
Hello.
My question is, can you give us some advices for time management and how to maintain the good GPA throughout the semester?
So I'm actually not the best person to ask about time management because my schedule is actually quite terrible. So, but when it comes to math, I try to be more responsible, and I try to just attend all the lectures and start doing the homework right after the lectures. I just, for example, during the lectures, I highlight the things that I didn't understand, and sometimes I just go to the office hours, right? And it is the only thing that actually helps me. So yeah, time management is not actually about me.
Thank you.
Yeah, but we see also your hand. You can ask your question.
Thank you for your presentation first. And I want to ask a question about what were the most important factors that you've considered when choosing a math major?
So actually, there's an interesting story why I chose math. After finishing my school, right, I take all the exams like SAT, IELTS, and I've been thinking about what I want to do. So I just, first of all, I wanted to be like an economics student, but unfortunately my SAT exams were a little low, and I just contacted my friends, and they said like, if you are like having some problems with choosing, just go to the master's, go to the maths program, right? Because it will be helpful for you. That's why I just randomly decided to apply, and I get admitted. And after my first year, I just realized that I love math and I wanted to stay.
Thank you.
Yeah, hopefully you had no regrets about choosing.
No regrets, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, this is nice. Nice. Another question from Anel.
Hello, thank you for your presentation, and I wanted to ask about data science. I'm actually planning to work as a data scientist, and what would you recommend to reach my goal? And I also wanted to ask whether math major is relevant for data science. Would it help somehow?
Yeah, it will definitely help. So I have a friend, I think he is also attending today. I saw that I saw see his name. So his name is Rahat. So now he is working as a data scientist, and he is just a math major student. So it will definitely help you. And now I'm taking the course, yes, with statistical learning. And this course, so most, I think only 8 undergraduate math students are taking this course, and also 3 or 4 computer science students. So when it comes to these spheres, the math is very essential. So you can, for example, start learning from linear algebra, right? So the courses that I have also recommended, and I even have some friends who were able to work, yes, just by completing the Coursera courses. So I think that it mostly depends on your dedication, but math is essential everywhere, actually.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, data science is actually very promising and interesting field right nowadays. Like many people, I actually try to, with different backgrounds, with different majors, try to get into the data science. And I've heard that there are a lot of mathematics students and computer science. Yeah, guys, do you have any other questions to Alua? If not, I will introduce our next guest. Thank you, Alua, by the way. Thank you. Nice, great presentation.
Thank you for everyone.
I will introduce our next guest. It's Akadil Kalimuldaev. Akadil is another senior math student. Hi, Akadil.
Hi.
He has a strong background in programming, and I hope he will talk today about the importance of programming in math. Already in his second year, he was a representative of KPMG here at our university, and I assume it's not only because he's a very smart student, but also because of his charisma and soft skills. I've taken a course on communication, public speaking, together with Akadil, so trust me, I know what I'm talking about. So hi Akadil, once again, welcome to our session.
Hi. Hello, everyone. My name is Akadil, and I'm here today to talk to you about career in consulting, auditing, and just maths in programming. I want to start with a little motivation. To be honest, when I was doing this presentation, I have realized that I never had concrete plans, like most of my friends had. Preparing from the first semester, they started to preparing for a master degree on doing oil and programming stuff and being closed. My advice is to be open for the world, for the opportunities, because Nazarbayev University gives really a lot of opportunities. Like there's a lot of clubs, different clubs. There's a lot of professors with interesting researches, and there is a technopark with business startups. So just be open for the new opportunities, and you'll be cool. With this strategy, I have 2 internships in KPMG. It's it's one of the big 4 accounting companies, which is a worldwide company. Also, I was a winner of the case championship. Case championship is when one company came to you with some kind of problem, and then you try to solve this problem. Okay, let's start from KPMG. KPMG provides audit, tax, and advisory services. I think Some of you know this. If no, I will explain it further. KPMG is represented in 147 countries, and there is a lot of employees. It's a really big worldwide company. So let's talk about departments in KPMG. It has 4 departments, and this highlighted with red lines is the departments where math students could be an employee. For instance, audit. Audit is a place where you just examine any company of how they're doing, what is their income, and etc. There is a lot of formulas. There is a special exam, I say, when you use your math, when you use your math for full degree. And there is also management consulting department. Financial management is when you help the company with the managing their finances and etc. And for me, the most interesting department is a deal advisory. Is when you help. It's when you help to company to make a deal with another companies. It's like a M&A, merger acquisitions. It's when 2 companies wants to merge, and you analyze the one company and second company, and just say, is it a good deal or not? So there is this kind of a lot of departments. My experience was in IT advisory. Here I have overall I have 3 internships. 2 of them was in KPMG and 1 in construction company. Here I make my goal was to create a software, and another one is optimization of IT processes, and third is optimization of business processes. All of them was really interesting. So my first internship was in KPMG, where I created Telegram bot for HR processes. Actually, there is no lot of math knowledge, but it's just good for experience. And the real math knowledge was needed for me in my second internship, when we was doing optimization of IT processes. So one company X came to KPMG and said that please analyze all of our processes and give some useful insights so that we can increase our sales. So we were taking a lot of data and then use some formulas to derive some, graphics and have some insights. My third internship was in construction company, where I optimize the business processes. Actually, I needed math here too, because construction company where I was working, it was a clear Kazakh business company. Like there is no so much digitalization, and there was done a lot of dirty works when you're just typing with your hand, while programming can do it much faster. My next experience was case championship. Actually, this is one of my biggest achievements in the Nazarbayev University. Case championship is, as I said, one company came to you and you try to solve some kind of problems. One of these problems was, for instance, Homebank. They came to us with a task increasing an income and increasing the customer base. And we just started to analyzing the whole Homebank, their data. Actually, the most interesting part was this BTS Digital. BTS Digital, exactly the DOSMart. DOSMart, if you remember, during quarantine period, if you just have your check and sending your photo to the DOSMart, they will give you a cashback. And DOSMart uses these checks to have some good insights. And according to these insights, they increase their sales and some etc. Well, that was my experience, and this is my contacts. If you have any questions, please ask it.
Thank you, Akadil. So guys, any questions to Akadil, KPMG, accounting, programming? I
Well,
noticed that your like among your internships, you had them not only in summer break but also in winter, right? In January.
mhm.
So
Yes, I
these
have.
companies are actually also hiring like for a short period, right? Like 4 months only.
Yeah, two of my internships was like 1 month.
Mhm.
I advise you to have internships because most of our courses is just theory part. There is no practice part. And if you really want to know what is your major or who you want to be, it's you really have to have experience in internships because, for instance, my first internship was in financial management, and there was only 1 month, and there I understand that finances is not mine.
Okay.
So having this kind of short internship is really good for you.
Yeah, to understand what are your actual interests, right? I see your hand, Murad, please, your question.
Hello, thank you for your presentation. And I'm sorry if I missed that part, but why did you choose math as a major?
Well, I was really good at math, and I loved the solving different problems. Just it seems like most of my internship was about programming, but programming was just a tool for solving problems, which is base of the math. Because I just love to solve the problems. That's why I chose the math major.
There is also a question in chat from Alua. Have you ever taken computer science courses?
Yeah, I have a minor degree in SCAS. In order to have a minor degree, you have to close 6 courses. So
you already taken all of them?
Yes.
Oh, this is nice.
And also the
Which
reason
courses
why
would you recommend for math students? Which programming courses were like the most useful for you?
The most useful is as I know, you don't have to, the requirement was changed so that your student as I know, you don't have to take 151 or 152 courses of computer science, but in my opinion, it's one of the main courses because in the 151 you learn C and C++, and 152 you learn the object-oriented programs, which is the base of the whole coding programmings.
So you mean C language was useful for you in your internship?
Yes,
elsewhere?
it's one of the main language, and if you want to understand what is programming, what's the coding, you have to start from this kind of language.
But I guess CS 151 is compulsory, right? Well, for all.
It was compulsory for us, but as you know, from like this generation don't have to take.
Yeah, okay. We've gone through it. Only we know it. But really, guys, it was a really interesting and useful course. Even for me as a biology student, it was really interesting. Yeah, we see your hand, Adela, please. Question. Adela?
Hello, thank you for your presentation. My question is, how long do internship last usually or on average? And second question is, which programming language is preferable to know? Because I'm taking CS 115 course, and the language is Python. not C++. So is it okay? And which is preferable
Actually,
usually?
the most preferable programming language for math students is Python, because the data science part and machine learning, and this kind of stuff is all written in Python. Like, our main goal as a math student is to just analyze some kind of data and work with them. And the best language for it is Python. While in C and C++, you have to understand what is the structure of the whole program, which is not our responsibility, I think. So the Python is the best option.
Thank you very much.
C and C++ actually look really like math, right? You have their a problem and you try to like implement a math there, right? Like you solve it like a mathematician, as far as I know.
Yes. So I
And
just
don't know how
use
it works.
program as my tool.
Mhm.
So I'll have to solve the problems. It was seen in my case championships. So the program is just a tool for solving some kind of problems for me.
Mhm. Are there any other case championships this year, planned for this year? Do you know?
Actually, there was a lot of case championships. There is a home bank championship where we increase the income and increase the customer base. There was a Magnum championship where we increase an income for sector mother. So we have a goal to do something so that the mothers will make a more sales.
Okay. Guys, any other questions to Akadil? If not, yeah, thank you, Akadil, for joining us today, for your time and beautiful presentation. I will introduce our last guest. It is Jalazbek Ayaz. Jalazbek is a math student and the head of human resources at SIAM Club. And today he will introduce us in the SIAM, the activity and the current projects. Hello, Ayaz. Akadil, I guess you're still sharing the screen. Thank you. Okay. Hello, Ayaz. Jalazbek.
Hello. Yeah, my name is actually Jalazbek. Ayaz is my surname.
Sorry.
Can you hear me properly?
Yeah, we hear you well.
Okay. I want to start with the introduction of myself. My name is Ayaz Jalazbek, and I'm third year student majoring in mathematics. So when it comes to SIAM, so SIAM stands for Society for Industrial and Applied Mathematics. It's actually not a club that we usually think of. It's a student chapter. Student chapter, what is the difference between student chapter and regular club? Student chapter provides you with opportunities not to just work inside of the university, but it also helps you to gain some networking with other branches of our student chapters all around the world. So I will talk about it a bit later, but before I start to dig deeper into our student chapter, I want to introduce you some quote of our our loving professor, Domingway. He says, now is the best time to be a mathematician. So you can think of it in lots of ways. So yeah, that's just for you to think about for now. So when it comes to SIAM itself, it's a branch of a global math organization that I mentioned before. It mainly focuses on industrial and applied math, as it mentioned here. So what we do, particularly in our university, we, how to say, make some events to popularize mathematics among not only math major students, but also between students that are really interested in math, but they don't have any, I would say, experience, or they are not majoring in math. So as I've written here, it is for everyone who's interested in mathematics. So every year we conduct some event which is called Pizza Party. Pizza Party is the event where Professor Dominguez, who is our chair, who is the chair of math in the department, talks about mathematics. Why we should choose mathematics, about any perspectives of majoring in mathematics, and etc. Also, we have some other speakers. Mainly, there are current students. It's mainly senior students who talk about their experience, about their academic path, and they share with their, I don't know, some insights that would help students to succeed during their student life, I think, yeah. And also we have two alumni to talk about what they're working on now and how our university and especially math helped them to succeed. They also talk about some projects, some I don't know, interesting stuff that they're involved in, and it's quite interesting, I think, and it's very useful for others to just, I don't know, participate in one of these talks. What we also do to enhance the academic level of mathematics and increase the interest in this field, we also make some Olympiads with cute and pretty cool prizes. So everyone from different majors can actually compete here and just, I don't know, try their best to get involved in math in some way. Yeah, and we also conduct some event which is called Pi Day. It's usually conducted on 14th of March, despite the fact that it's not quite accurate to choose this date. Why? Because in American format it is written as 14th, but in Central Asia or in Europe we write it as 14th of March. So the next date that is quite, I don't know, appropriate for conducting this event is, no, there is no such date, I think, yeah. So let's just move on from here. It's pretty interesting event, I think, because we make some, how to say, entertaining stuff. We have some questions, we have some games that everyone can play and win their prizes. And we also share this pie here. I think it was Kurnik in 2020, but due to pandemic of coronavirus, we could not actually provide this pie with everyone who would like to share it with us. And unfortunately, last year, due to the online format of education, we could not conduct such a great or big event. It was actually, but we had some alternative for it, and we, of course, did not share any pie with students. It's unfortunate, but yeah, that's what we have to deal with now. Next thing is our project that we work on annually. and this semi-annually, I think, and twice in a semester. So pizza party is the first big event that we conduct each year. As I have described before, it is mainly about people talking about math and how math would help them. And also we have some games, some competitions, except from Math Olympiad, which is math football, intellectual game. We conducted it actually last year on a Pi Day or day before Pi Day to make math interesting and not just look interesting. So in fact, math is interesting and it's pretty cool, I think. And to help those who are struggling with their academia, we provide some midterm nights where students from second, third, fourth, or even first year of studies help other students with preparation for their midterm nights. So we are planning to conduct these events even this year, despite the fact that we are having online semester. But I hope that next semester would be offline and we would have more opportunities to get known with each other in person. About our other events from previous academic year, we did not have lots of events, unfortunately. However, there were some cases that I want to talk about. One of the main things here is evening talks. Here we had some professors that talked about their not work, actually about their life, what they're doing, what other interests do they have. If I'm not mistaken, if I remember it in a right way, we had Mark Lawrence, who is teaching core courses of calculus and other core courses for students of first, second, and other third years, I think. Yeah, we had pretty interesting time together. He said that he's learning, or somehow he's good at piano, and he is thinking about dropping some album with his stuff that he's doing now. And also we had meeting with Professor Underbay Malbay, who is one of the let's say most respected academia workers in Kazakhstan. He's currently working at Wayne University, which is located in US. So it was pretty good time with him. He also talked about his experience in science and researches and shared with his path in mathematics, and not only. It was pretty cool. Also, we had talks with Daniel Oliveira de Silva and Yuhong Li, who talked about their projects that are currently working on, and also about data science. Here you can see our cute stuff. You cannot see here me because I only joined SIAM during online semester. However, you can see here one of our speakers, Alua. So I think that during our academic year, we can get know each other in more close way. So we have more interactions between other students. It was pretty short speech from me. However, if you have any questions, oh, no, there is one more thing that I want to talk about. It's tea party. we changed the name of pizza party to tea party because I think that everyone can just make tea for their at their home, but it would be pretty, I don't know, hard for them to order pizza just for one event. Here you can see Aldar Kuse playing in Dombra. However, it's just a picture, image that I put here because I could not put gift that we prepared for our upcoming event. So stay tuned, and we will send invitation for our tea party for, I think, during next week or during the break week, but we will conduct this meeting during the study time at evening. So stay tuned. And if you have any other questions, you can contact me via Instagram or Telegram. Please don't be scared of my Telegram account. It's Большой Черный Петух. However, the image is not also quite friendly, but you can see here Kermit the Frog, and this is me. So if you have any questions after Q&A session, you can easily contact me and ask about SIAM. Thank you for your attention. And if you have any questions, you can ask them now.
Thank you, Jalazbek. It was a really nice presentation. And this was really cute with the Pi Day and the pie that you were providing to all students. I hope that this spring semester will finally go to offline mode and we'll enjoy your pie, your kurnik or any sweet pie or whatever. So guys,
Yeah,
if you have
so.
questions, if you have any questions to Jalazbek, you can ask now. Adela, please.
Hello, thank you for your presentation. And my question is, should we apply for SIAM or we can just take part in any events by registration?
Okay, first of all, I wanted to talk a bit about the application. So unfortunately, the application for our student chapter is closed now. However, you can participate in any other of our events by registration, or some events just don't need to be registered for. So we will just send invitation for our events if you are on our mailing list. And you can just feel free to join us to have talk about different people from academia, from industry, and who work in applied math field. So it's not a problem to not be in our club, in our student chapter, I'm sorry. And it's pretty cool, I think. And you just feel free to join us. Yeah, and we will have any one more recruitment on January, I think, because we always need some new members with burning eyes who would help us develop math and enhance interest in math, not only in our university but also around the world. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your answer.
Any other questions? You said that SIAM is actually an international community, right? So do you have any other communications to other student chapters worldwide?
We have, if I'm not mistaken, more than 40 branches all around the world. However, we're not closely involved in each other's projects. However, this semester we're thinking of bringing our student chapter to the next level. So I think that we will have a few events, not few, about I don't know, events with other branches that would help us to develop in many other ways. So, but for now, we do not have any experience of working with other branches, and there are several reasons for it. One of them is that our club is pretty young, and we are just, for now, we're working on our organization inside the university. But as I've said before, we are thinking of bringing our student chapter to the next level. Yeah.
I also read that you actually stay in contact with Kazakh Society for Mathematicians, I guess.
Yeah,
or you are
actually,
just
we have.
developing?
I'm sorry. Actually, we have some connection networks with people from academia. We are planning to invite a couple of them for our upcoming events. They would share us with their experience and with their current projects. And if you are interested in research, you can also, let's say, join us, and maybe they can choose some prospective students to work with researchers, not only inside of our university, but we can go in Republican scale. So I think it's a great opportunity for those who are really thinking of continuing their ways in research and academia. So stay tuned, as I've mentioned before. If you want to join our mail list, contact me via Instagram or Telegram. I would not like to return to the previous slide, but I can share this presentation with you, Leila, and you can send it to others,
sure.
I think, yeah?
Here's another question in chat. Does SIAM have an IG, Instagram, I guess, yeah? Instagram account.
Yes, actually, we have our Instagram, but don't be scared if you open it for the first time. It was not really active for the long time. However, we are planning to develop our not only Instagram, but also other social media. So we are having lots of ideas that we want to, let's say, воплотить в жизнь. Yeah.
Yeah, implement. Okay. This sounds really enthusiastic and interesting.
Yeah.
So guys, follow them. They're like real mathematicians who has, like you said, burning eyes, right?
Yeah. If you are one of those, you can just freely contact me. And if we find something in common, I would be pleased to talk with you. And if you have any other ideas, please feel free to contact us. Yeah.
So any other questions, guys? Alua and Akadil is still here, so if you have questions to them, you can ask.
So can I stop the share?
Yes, yes, thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
For those of you who are also interested in physics, at 2 p.m. we're gonna have a session with Adina about physics major, and you can join them too if you want. The link is the same. You can just tap in and listen a little about physics. So if you have no other questions, we will finish then here. Thank you once again, Jalabek, Akadil, Alua. Very interesting presentations. We got to know a lot of mathematics, yeah, not only in academia, but also extracurricular things about internships and SIAM student chapter. So now I know the difference between student club and student chapter, actually. I didn't know that it wasn't a student club. So
Yes,
thank you for
please
your,
be not confused about that. Yeah,
okay.
we're not just regular club, we're student chapter.
Nice. Okay, stay tuned. Thank you for joining us today and have a nice weekend. Bye, everyone.